It's your boy Zappa, professional stage ninja, and welcome back to Mountain Voodoo. No product placement involved in my Super Robot Wars Alpha, I promise. I can now get these in can form, and they're delicious. I will not argue against Liquid Skittle, but I will respect if that is not your flavor. Previously, Evangelion. The end of Evangelion? This time, magnets. Back at the Helmos, Yusuf announces his return. Raudekia asks if Lumai has died. Yusuf says, nah, she has. And notes that she was an imperfect psycho driver, and can't do shit about it. Oh well, sucks to be her. She's dead now, bye. Raudekia says that they can always make more like her, and Yusa says he's heard something troubling. Communication has been lost to Teotala's Fourth Fleet. Yusa says it wasn't the Giants, but rather the STMC, since the Galactic Center was where the Fourth Fleet was. Raudekia notes that the STMC have finally gotten serious and asks if there's any fluence on Balmar. Yusa says that the field crystals show no abnormalities, so should be safe. Raudekia feels unsure that Balmar would never permit invasion by the Giants or by other cultures, so there's nothing to worry about. Yusa thinks that it would help his plans if the STMC wiped out all the dudes on their way to Balmar, but he says that the STMC remained instead to wipe out the proto-culture, whose sphere 500,000 years ago was comparable to the Balmerian. Of course, Yuzes thinks that only he who managed to read the Apocrypha and the Spirit Emperor know of this. Raudekia asks Yuzes if he's worried about the Empire and his fleet being destroyed by the STMC, and says that despite the laws of the Psycho Driver sample, the STMC are still the match for his Zephyr crystal. After all, the Zephyr has now learned from the Londo Bell, who took out Bodolzar. Sorry. Yuzes thinks that Raudekia is underestimating the STMC, although he notes that the soldiers have been modified to be more loving, yes. Yuzes says now it's time to assimilate the humans, time for the final operation to begin. And Yuzes figures it's time for him to bring his own operation to fruition too. Prince Heinel and Garuda are brought before Raudekia. He tells them that they will be sent ahead to attack the SDF, and Heinel asks if he means for them to defeat our squad. Raudekia says that all they have to do is remove our will to fight them, not defeat them. Garuda plainly thinks that leaving your many times underestimated squad alive is a bad idea, but Raudekia says he wants you all in his fleet. He wants us all, everybody, all the warriors. Heinel is forced to admit that our dudes are rather studly. Making us surrender instead of going down in flames would be very tough. Garuda isn't happy to be made to do this, and Heinel realizes that his men are just being used to buy time until the Zephyr activates. Raudekia notes that they seem quite unhappy, and says that he will grant their other worlds autonomy, if they can win. Garuda tells Heinel that he won't be beaten by the Boazan, and Heinel replies that that is his line, and he will surely force the Londo Bell to give in. Raudekia, however, selects Lee Kazarin and Oriana to stay behind, which Heinel points out is akin to taking hostages. Raudekia says that's exactly what they are, since he doesn't trust either of them. Oh shit. He tells them to go, with the fate of their mother worlds in the balance, and subject the Earthlings to the same fate. Shapiro then breaks into Eunice's laboratory to search for his secrets. He sees lots of capsules with people inside, including Scirocco. Holy shit. Lots of Scirocco. Double holy shit. Plus copies of Garuda and other important people, including Shapiro himself. He's caught by Uzes, having figured he'd break in sooner or later. Uzes admits that these are all sample clones that he's made. Clones of superlative warriors from planets Uzes has faced and conquered. The secret behind his fleet's strength. This is why the megalots were gathering data, and wasn't just warriors being copied via the Sphil crystals. Uzes proclaims that Shapiro will now need to be dealt with given he knows of Uzes' secret, but he says that taking him out will make the fleet as good as his. Shapiro found that man within one of the capsules as well, meaning that Uzes has been planning this whole thing. Not just Heino and Garuda, but that man and everyone else are dancing in the palm of Uzes' hands. Uzes begins to laugh at Shapiro's ambition. It has cost him his life. Oriana discusses Garuda's dispatch to the front lines. He's not happy that his mother has to stay behind, but says that he succeeds, he will win his freedom for his homeworld and everyone there. Thus, he excuses himself, and Mia says that she too will fight by Garuda's side, using a demon. Oriana agrees, and tells her a secret plan to take down the Londo Bell. Blah blah blah. Heino breaks the news to Kazuri, and asks for her forgiveness in this operation, which will bring glory to Boazan. He figures that for this final battle against the Londo Bell and Voltes 5, he'll need the god of Boazan. Jungle is instructed to get it ready. Kazuri pleads with Heino to stop, but insists that the thing was sent by Zanvigil for his own use. She figures Zanvigil sent it so Heino would get iced. Heino has bought into an old legend about the Godol, which will burn with fire and save his country from peril, or something like that. He's prepared to endure the fire, but Kazuri runs up and tells him that he just wants him to be hers, and not fight for the Empire any longer. She says the Empire sees them all as mere just weapons, and that at this rate, that's what he'll die as, just a weapon. She implores him at length to run off with her, but he refuses to listen. She implores further, but he insists he's nobility, and must therefore fight for his mother world. Still at Compay. Due to the order prohibiting the Macross from returning to Earth, the civilians within the city are going to be stuck along for the combat. Quattro predicts that this news will be a great shock and even cause some rioting. Celia says it's too cruel to mix up the civilians in the fighting, and Quattro thinks that dropping them off at Axis could be a good substitute. Even Bonjo's influence couldn't overcome the fear that the Earth will become the final battleground. Meaning that if the Earth's top brass doesn't care about the moon or the colonies. Quattro says the Titan's founding makes it quite clear that the Earth sees the colonists as nothing more than that, colonists, and that even now they're seen as someone else's problem. Tashido says they don't realize that the Earth itself will be undefended if the SDF is forced away. And Bryant says that it's just to be safe. He's stationed the non-military Volts teams and Getter teams in the Far East area. But it will only be a matter of time until they're forced out as well. Misato is now feeling that she understands why Beyond despaired of the Federation when he founded the DC way back when. Looks like the Federation is zero help. Question is now what Ring and the Folks on the Moon will do. Or maybe it's not Ring, and it's Rin. Anyway. Rin himself shows up, and Misato is pleasantly surprised to see the other Ava bridge crew on hand. She tells them they're lucky to be stationed on the first ship and not the third, which always gets blasted and goes down in flames. Maya asks what she's talking about, and Rin comes to tell us that the Von Braun base will accept the citizens from the Macross. Bright asks if Von Braun can fit that many people, and Rin says that there's a giant shelter put there by Beyond's forethought. It's the Moon Cradle! We found the Moon Cradle! As it turns out, Mao and the Hazan helped build it. A giant cold sleep facility. Right one is just all in anticipation of losing the fight. Anyway, the Moon Civil Council decided of their own accord to help out, and Global thanks Rin profusely. Rin says he'd rather die a PT pilot and help that way, but Global says it's okay and begins shoveling over civilians as fast as possible. Rin then learns that there is still no word from Ingram or Ern. Banjo asks Violetta if she knows where Ingram is gone, and she asks back, why are you asking her? Banjo says he thought there might be a chance that she, as a participant in the H Project, might still be in touch. Violetta says that she's merely acting on his orders, namely to help you, and in particular the SRX team. She tells us she doesn't care if we don't believe her, and Elle asks what on earth Ingram is trying to accomplish. Kusuha comments that she believes he's trying to take down Uzes, although Rin points out that Ingram was an arrogated agent. Kusuha notes that if he really was being controlled by Uzes like Levi was, he'd have sent her and Bullet to Uzes long ago, and would have killed Aya also back then. Does this mean that the SRX people were put into the machines just to take out Uzes? Elle comments that when she first met Ingram, she felt something like confusion in his aura. This may be him fighting against Uzes' control. Aya says that she wants to believe in Ingram once more, that all this was just to defeat Uzes. Banjo says that in the base case analysis it was a big plan to reawaken our powers. Although it cost me with his memory, we figure that it's just what Uzes would do. It's hard to read sometimes. I'm sorry, folks. Banjo says that Ingram hasn't used his mighty Astrana gun to attack us when he could have, and in fact it was due to him that Drake and the others got their shit settled. He says that if the theory of using us to take on Uzes is true, that means that Uzes is that mighty of a foe. Both Ingram and Uzes are interested in the Psychodriver power. You, Kusa, who has this power, may hold the key to the upcoming battle. Back home on Earth, at the Nambara connection. Hello. Volts. Combat. All the combatter machines are checking out just fine. Professor Yotsu says that nonetheless the machines are pretty dang beat up, but Hyoma blames this on having more hand-to-hand weapons than Voltes. Plus, all the super kill moves are all the crash into the enemy really hard type. Very fair. Yotsu says he's not criticizing Hyoma, and Nambara congratulates him on getting even more performance out of the combatter than forecasted. Now, all that's left to do is to attach the warp driver, so that we can combat the remaining aliens even faster. Shita's looking a little bit queasy but says nothing. Yotsuya comments that with the warp drive, the combatter could come back fast to Earth, alone if it had to, and Hyoma says that he's not one to run away alone from a fight. Nambara then takes Hyoma aside and tells him that although Chizuru won't admit it, she's suffering from heart valve problems. If she doesn't have an operation now, her life will be in danger. Hyoma asks why this has been kept from him, but Nambara says that, if she were hospitalized, the combatter wouldn't be able to fight at all. Chizuru hid her illness for fear of getting in the way of the others. Hyoma asks Nambara to hospitalize her right away, and Nambara says that he's tried, but Chizuru said that she'll hold off until the battle is over. Professor Nambara tells Hyoma that Chizuru has staked her life on this battle and asks him to understand her feelings. Hyoma returns if he's prepared to see his daughter die. Wow, I am just stammering all over the place. Hyoma asks back if he's prepared to see his daughter die, and Nambara says that he's been prepared ever since Chizuru was chosen as a pilot. He continues that Hyoma and the others have the entire fate of mankind on their shoulders, that if they lose, there is no tomorrow. Hyoma vows to protect everyone, Chizuru included. Shuffling a few miles over to the Big Falcon, Megumi reunites with her father, Professor Oka. Oka apologizes for making everybody worry, and Igor apologizes in turn for not being able to protect the Far East base. Hamaguchi tells Oka that the Federation has demanded the Big Falcon and other super-alloys be handed over to them, on top of orders of keeping the SDF and Macross away from Earth. Hamaguchi explains that this is to remove a target for the irrigators, but Megumi points out that that's meaningless. Oka realizes how blind the Federation leaders are, and that they care for nothing other than the Earth's safety. Igor says that with Ramenfeller leaning on the Federation, the orders are hard to reverse, and Oka wonders why the humans are still fighting with each other this late in the day. Relina's efforts to turn the tide of public opinion have so far amounted to very little. Well, at the very minimum, the Far East must still be protected at all costs. Mitsuo has finished outfitting Volts with the warp drive, and Kentaro says he intends to go back to the Macross with Kenichi and the others. Kenichi says he should stay with his mother since he finally made it back to Earth. Both Kentaro and Mitsuo say that there will be plenty of time living together after the battle. Oka then meets with Kentaro, and the two begin to reminisce, telling both Megumi and Kenichi that it's their turn now to build a new age. Kenichi vows in turn to create peace in space with his own hands. We are reinforced of the relationship between Kentaro, Kenichi, and Hino, and that there is no reason for the two half-brothers to fight. Over at Oz, Sally tells Lady Une to break up a boss is almost done. Sally says the remaining mobile suits are being dismantled and asks if it really is best given the fight that's not over. Une replies that they now have to think about what happens after the war. That even if the SDF ultimately wins in space, the same problematic cycle will repeat on Earth. Before that happens, Oz has to return to its original form, which is also Treize's wish. However, the creation of the secret Preventer organization to maintain peace will take some time. So, for the time being, Oz has to do whatever it can to support the SDF. Sally notes that if the SDF lose, everything is over. And Une says that she believes that they will win, since Yu is among the Long Nobel. Back in space, on the moon. On Braun, it's going to take 26 more hours until all the civilians are safely evacuated. Only 5% have been gotten off the boat. Just to be safe, the Long Nobel are on patrol along with everyone else. So far, no problems, and the new Fold Engines installation is on schedule. Unfortunately, the schedule is 6 months off, and it may be too late by then. It is then that a new kind of warp begins. It brings something close to us. It has wiped out all the Valkyries and Destroids in an instant. Some sort of long-range weapon we've never seen before. Perhaps the Irrigators are finally serious, and Global orders the Macross into emergency status. Says that they must protect the civilians at all costs. He puts transferring the civilians on hold to recall the Londo Bell. Stage 65. Hold on. Gear of Destiny. Gear of Destiny. Hyland's impressed at how flimsy the SDF are. Jungle tells us that the Londo Bell aren't even here! And Hyland says that while that's fortuitous, it's also meaningless without the Voltes on hand. He decides he will wait until the Londo Bell arrives, and is not worried about the Garuda stealing the march on him since they should be thinking about the same. Garuda, upon hearing that Hyland was waiting, decides to do the same and settle the score with the Macross after the fight is over. Mia is dubious, but denies that it's nervousness from her first fight. She actually is feeling sympathy for Garuda for not knowing about himself, and resolved to protect him, even if the cost of her own life. I keep having to clear my throat, so it messes up where I am in the reading. The Macross, meanwhile, is crippled. With the Londo Bell here, with the Londo Bell set to get here in 2.5 minutes. Oh no, not 2.5, 3 minutes. I don't believe in calling them turns. However, welcome, secret number 1, Erm. Erm has arrived and says that the Macross cannot be lost now. Rin wonders what the fuck he's doing here, which is what Erm is about to say to him. Seems they don't like each other, but no time for dialogues now. Furthermore, guess who didn't die? Geta won! Musashi's finally gotten out of the hospital and arrives in Getter 1. He's going to meet up with Roma and the others and ask where they've gotten off to. Well, never mind that. Protect the Macross. Protect the city. Welcome back, Musashi. Fully kitted out, with both friendship and sacrifice. How appropriate. Mr. Earth, what is this power? I see that you have some kind of after image. Unit skills. Gravity territory, I believe. Yes, gravity territory. Ignore damage below 2,000. We've seen Erm a few times. Got sword cut. He's an ace now. Has all the spells. He does have a morale requirement. I'm... So, it begins. It's actually pretty safe to go in and start attacking the enemies. Let me check something real quick. Huh. I wonder if this makes a difference in my ears or not. Okay. Small microphone testing aside, welcome back, Musashi. We have 2 skill points on this deck. Skill the first is to shoot down this lady before this man. Mia goes down before Garuda. And the other is to persuade Hiro, it's Kenichi. So, yes. This is actually surprisingly safe. Nice, clean numbers. Safety save. We will always have one unit that hasn't acted because the Macross cannot move. God. Nice. Ah, being a target has prevented them from moving. So far. Ah, yep, there they go. And a bunch of irrigators just loafing about. Something's happening! The Volt machines have literally warped in. They both realize that the Lava Bill isn't even around right now. He almost says, that doesn't matter. It's time for fast attack to settle things. Ippei's telling them not to be too hasty, lest we get shot down. Chizuru begins to worry if he knows about her condition. Alright. Wow, the boys are not hyped up. Let's go ahead and use yours. Crush them. Excellent. We'll go ahead and send the boys to their appropriate side. Bruh! There we go again with that fucking, improbable bullshit. Actually gonna worry more about this guy. Okay, good. That's fine. The yo-yo. Dude! Fucking promote that man. What is he? Fucking the magical ace of the Boazan? Wiped out. Why did you even try? What was your thought process? What was your course of action, sir? Alright. Wipe this man out. Seriously? Alright. Go in and be a stud. Oh, time to go in and have a talk. Okay, it's not time for talking. Time for talking is soon, but not now. You haven't been touched because you keep dodging shit. Take it. It's a level. No, no, no. This. And go. Kenichi... Okay, check this out. If Kenichi fights Jungle, he'll offer to join Voice's Boazon and say there's no reason to fight. Jungle asks how the hell they could coexist with those without horns, and Kenichi says his father has no horns. And that doesn't matter. Jungle refuses to accept that he's human like Earth is. However, Heinel more or less says the same thing. He will not relent, he will not concede, and cooperate with the Hornless. I think also, however, that's something I want. I see what keeps happening here. Okay. Yep, jungle dialogue. Of course, the guide says nothing about this conversation between these two. Well, that is also why I tanked up. Oh no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Get bopped. Okay, what kind of attack do we have here? Not that. Just because the yo-yo, or what? I don't. Oh no! Oh no! I did the thing I was trying to avoid. Yeah, I did. I used the move. and the crew arrives. Deploy the boys and girls. Where is he? Where is he? I almost said max out. I guess Shin, Nadine, and oh, where is she? There you are, young lady, trying to hide. The crew has arrived just in time. Musashi is hella glad to see his boys. And Bullet is kind of okay to see Erm. Alright, this is good. Chizuru, however, is starting to have heart palpitations. And also, unfortunately, even the... Oh! Well, that's stupid. I was about to say, oh, the Macross can't even attack you. But you can, and you will. But you can't move. Please don't miss. Good. Just barely enough, too. Neat. All right. There's more boys over here to mess with, so we're gonna send you that way. Musashi can actually start cleaning up some of this rabble. And now the big men, the big boys. Let's send time to go punch this man in the face. That was not strong enough. And fuck. Christina, please. It's time. And we'll verify that on the next turn, that's for sure. I'm gonna send you on that way. Fire Blast the Skull Rook. I should have put in more. Also, alright, you're going that way. So you. Map lady. Max. There it is. When we take out Heinel, he will be replaced with the Guardian God Godol. The Godol tells him that it will defeat the Bolzan enemies in exchange for the pilot's own life. However, now the option to talk. I'm just going to read this. Kenichi tells him that the fight's already over. Heinel refuses, and the fight will continue until every last one of the proud Bolzan are dead. Until every last one of the proud Bolzan nobility are dead. Okay, yeah. Kenichi tells him that the Horn and the Hornless are the same. And in fact, he and Kenichi have the same father. This sounds preposterous, but Kentaro confirms this shit. Heinel asks for some sort of proof, and Kentaro tells him he should have a short sword as a memento of his mother. He should find a heart engraven on it, and that was made as a symbol of peace between Kentaro and his wife. Heinel's kind of losing his shit over it. Mitano tells him that the Zanbajil Kentaro tells him that Zanjiro tried to rob him of his birthright since he is Kentaro's son. Unfortunately, it seems to be too late for him. And he calls out to his father. Yeah. And so, skill point get. Meaning everybody else can go forward. Yeah, we could spend one. Time to get that other skill point. I don't care that Grandmaster is stronger. Not in this game. Oh wow! I didn't see that coming. There's another skill point. Take out Mia before Garuda, and she'll tell Garuda that even though she is a Halfroid, an android, she still loves him. He yells for her to not die. However, it's too late. Garuda hastens to her side to try to repair her, but suddenly, many more of Garuda's machine appears. Huh? Not this what? What the fuck, this guy? Garuda number 11 says that there are problems with the emotion control circuits of number 10 due to defects. It looks like Oriana's work at Yuza's behest was imperfect, and thus number 11 is proceeding with the destruction of number 10. It is then that Garuda realizes he is not but a robot his mother made for Yuzes, and begins to flip his shit. However, he tells Mia to laugh since they are the same, and had he realized sooner, he could have accepted her feelings. But it is all too late now. He tells Mia that she is the only one who truly loves him, despite his being a fool used by the Empire for his own ends. Number 11 tries using a manual override to control Garuda, and then has his mind taken over? Okay, yeah. He almost starts going nuts to realize that Garuda isn't fighting under his own will. Amuro tells him that there's no help for it now, but that those who would use a fighter's emotions cannot be forgiven. Ippei tells Hyumo that there's no choice but to let Garuda sleep at their own hands. It is only righteous to defeat Garuda by their hands. For justice, take off every ZEON. Nicely. Huh. I can't believe you tried that. Haha! I saw through your attack. Sword cut! Excellent. Okay. Now over here. Christina, welcome to Double Move. Come on. So, fix this man. Alright, and then... y'all may as well be the one to finish off jungle. There you go. And jungle is down. Gotta get all these kids back into the fray on the other side. Kinda allocated too much firepower on that side, but it's fine. Cody goes a little faster. Ah, yes. Do we have... huh. Alright. Ah, it's not quite enough. Champ. Eh. Psycho Flasher! Yeah. Crush him. That's surprisingly weak. This is fine. Good. Get rid of you. Combatter and Kaiser. Alright. Bright boat. That way. Ah, get out of here. There we go. Piddly moves. All right. Nope, just more yo-yos till everyone else gets in there. Bruh. Sword cut. Yeah, get out of here. There we go. Give this to right. Double move. Yeah. Ba ba ba. Here we go. Come on, cut him down. Dang it. Ryusei, can you make up for previous actions? No. Cut him down. No, hold on. Okay, get you. Fuck it, it's time. How much damage is a sacrifice? It's enough. Get. Good work. Cut through your defenses. Oh, I don't have enough? Well then. Damn it. Oh wow. Yeah, you. This could be super bad. Oh, you went for the Dunbine. Foolish mortal. Excuse me, Billabine, whatever. Well, that means that one of them is more real than the others. Or the attack was different. And they shockingly did not go after Musashi. Nice. Okay. Now we'll do this. That should get rid of you, except not. Go after this one now. Ah. He's like, I thought I had more of them. But you know. I grow unnaturally tired. Unnaturally randomly. Raid. Yes. Go fast. Yusei gets this kill. Really? Yeah, for the longest time that freaking G revolver was doing work. Well, yep. There is precedence for it. Okay. Almost over. We're almost done. Small bouts of time are being wasted. Ah! Sorry. Blessing, and then anger management. Good. Blessing. That. No, last time you saw Tatsumaki. this time. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Once we've taken down Garuda for sure, he'll say that he has no complaints about having the Wando Bell as his adversaries, and tells his rival Hyoma to never let another person be like him be born. He tells Hyoma to take out Yuzes and be aware of the Zephyr, and so he will never let go of me again. The civilians finished reloading? You mean not reloading? Evacuating? Global apologizes for the great damage to the shelter, but Ring says that it was merely a case of bad timing on the enemy's part. Time to find somewhere else for the civilians. Oh yeah, they are reloading. Fine. Some of those civilians, when they found out the evacuation was cancelled, have started a revolt. Misato says, isn't surprising since they're the ones who know best how grim the prospects of future battles are. Global says he'll go quell them himself, but Misa says that's quite dangerous given the rioting. He says that is his duty as captain, and feels that he should tell them the order to stay away from the Earth. And so he does, informing the crowd that the Macross cannot go back to the Earth or the colonies by order of the Federation government and the military. And given the damage from the previous fight, there's nowhere that will take them right now. As they know, mankind is facing its ultimate challenge. The Macross and the Excellion are the only ships that can fight it. He asks for their cooperation until the Earth will take them back. He's sure that the day will come, and says that he doesn't know how to apologize to the average citizens, who will become caught up in the upcoming battle. It looks like they aren't going to listen, but Minmay steps forward on the seat and appeals to the crowd based on being one of the people who have made the Macross their home. She notes that due to the captain and everyone else giving it their all, everyone has made it this far, and the same will surely apply ahead. Minmay points out that the battle versus the Bulldozer was equally grim, but that everyone helped the Macross win through. She thinks that it's due to all the people that ours can win. She thinks that it's due to all the people that your people can win, that our crew. She says that all she can do is sing, but she doesn't intend to leave her homeland of the Macross. And lo, the people were quelled. Chizuru finds Hyoma, who asks her how her illness is. She says it's fine for the time being. He tells her not to push herself and asks to be left alone. Kenichi then laments on the loss of Hino to Kentaro. Wait, no, okay. Now Kenichi is lamenting on the loss of Hino, who says that all the blame should fall on his own shoulders. Kentaro regrets not telling Hino the truth in the interest of returning from captivity to Earth, and says that Kenichi says that he might have been killed for the truth made clear back then. Kentaro blames it all on the inadequate courage on his part, but Hyoma comes in and says that it is not. Hyoma places the blame on the Londo Bell for not taking out the Arrogators and figuring out Yuzus' plot sooner. Hyoma's in a hurry to take out Yuzus lest STMT show up or more people like Garuda are screwed over. Kenichi agrees and tells his father there's no time left to worry about these things. The consensus has been reached. We have come to terms. Bullet gets to meet again. He's been on Earth trying to figure out what Ingram is up to. Hasn't had any success since Ingram vanished after the Battle of Sumatra. He came here figuring Shu might know something. ZEON pops up and says that Shu left. She asks if he's going to be okay. She asks if he is okay by being here after leaving the military. He figures that the army is too busy to kick him out once again. ZEON knows from all the mock combat she had with him way back. She won 4-30. Writes us off as the difference between a super machine humanoid and an old personal trooper. Mosky asks if he's met before, sometime when he was much younger. Says it's probably just his imagination, although he's seen Mosky before when he observed Mosky's first appearance in the Psy Buster. Plans to depart since Shu's not here, to avoid running into some unpleasantries with some of the other squad. Bullet protests and wants to fight at his side, but tells Bullet that it's going to be fine without him. Besides, Bullet's enemy is Yuzus and not Ingram right now. Kusaha agrees, saying that Yuzus must surely get his ass kicked unless others suffer like Garuda and Hino had just now. Figures that Yuzus and Ingram will surely contact you because of your awakening psychodriver powers. That will be his chance to strike. Ryun asks what he's thinking. Says he's regretting splitting up with a squad that has so many beautiful girls in it, but Ryun says that he just doesn't want to see Rin. He's forced to half admit this, and well, that entire paragraph was written assuming that we didn't recruit him. But we did? They have to talk. They do a dialogue, and Irma will stick around. At Pompeii, our people uncover a garbled phone transmission from the Icarus base. Something about there being so many enemies that they cover the sky. It's 7 parts enemy, 3 parts darkness. And we've arrived. The final route split. So, briefly, let's see if Huckabine EX. Hello, Earth. You're here. The final route split. Next week, we will finalize the Kusaha /Super / Piles of Skill Points route. for the true ending. And following those episodes will be the bullet / real / we are not good enough at this game route, wherein you must have less than 45 skill points. As you can see, we have 39, which comes at the sacrifice of many secrets and bonus units. I thank y'all for watching, and as always, SIEG ZEON.